The other option is that you apply for the long stay visa, that is X1 visa from the country where you are, and then you go through the surrender process. I have shown you the surrender process, how it can be done under various scenarios. And then after waiting for 180 days in India, physically staying in India, you can apply for OCI at FRRO. This year, for a brief period, Canadian nationals were not getting any visa. It was for a very brief period, which I'm sure you would be aware of. And there were few people who had firm travel plan, but without applying for e-visa, it was difficult for them to travel. In that case, they carried both their Canada passport and India passport. They traveled from Canada to India on their India passport because they had recently acquired citizenship. They took their India passport, and once they landed in India, they surrendered that India passport with the RPO. Once they did a surrender, again, there's a detailed video. A lot of people shared their experience, thanks to all of you, on how the process was in different geography. And once they had done with the surrender at RPO, then they applied for exit visa with FRRO. That was one additional process which had to be done because your Canadian passport did not have any visa. Remember, you were traveling with two different passport, Canada and India passport. So once they did the update, they got the exit visa. Then with that exit visa, they traveled back to Canada. And then after landing, they went ahead with the OCI service here in Canada. People had a different experience. In most of the cases, no penalty was paid. In some cases, depending on different FRROs, people had to pay the penalty, but they eventually got the exit visa and they have applied for OCI after coming to Canada. So this must only be used under extreme condition when you have no other possibility, even taking e-visa. E-visa is the easiest one. You apply and you get that within 1 to 4 days. Some of them who were not aware that they had to take exit visa from FRRO, when they were trying to fly out of India, they were denied boarding and then they had to wait, get this process done and then fly out of India. So make sure you follow the right procedure. There is also a lot of curiosity on how to acquire Indian citizenship again. So it is very much possible. I made a detailed video on the entire step just to give you an overview. First criteria you need to meet is that you need to be an OCI for 5 years and 1 year continuously you should have stayed in India just before applying for the citizenship. So the process you do in this website, again I have covered the process in detail. And once you apply, what all steps you have to follow, what all happens, everything in detail I have covered. It could take at least say 3 to 5 years for the entire process to happen after you apply. And this includes you handing over your current passport, then you get your India passport and all those details. So you can watch the video to get those details.